Hey everyone, welcome to VV Reviews. This review will be split into two parts. One where I talk about the game and show stills, and the second part of the game will just be raw gameplay footage. I feel like this way I can give my thoughts to you as fast as possible with still respecting your time, because I feel like a lot of reviews nowadays are very long-winded and can be done in a more faster and direct way, which is the point of these reviews that I'm doing. I feel like game ratings themselves are contrived, so instead I organize games into three categories: favorites, the void, and trash. Another way to think about it is my favorites are games that are memorable and stuff that I can look back on, and the void are games that I have a good time with, but at the end of the day, more so just kind of time killers. And the trash is trash. After a couple of videos, I will be removing this intro, but I wanted to include this to start the review series off on. Thank you for clicking on the video. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on the game, and I wish you a fantastic evening. The story in Temtem is dark, goofy, compelling, if not cringy at times. The dialogue is also decently written, and there are a lot of pop culture references hidden within. The gameplay is a turn-based monster fighter and tamer, like Pokemon. The biggest difference and most interesting one is the stamina system. Instead of having a set number of moves a monster can use, it relies on stamina. I thought this was a very refreshing way to go about monster battles, as I'm no longer feeling stressed out, always thinking about how much PP I have left. Now it's more enjoyable to grind and fight battles. Also, we got an Estus Flask! There are a lot of really fun features in the game, such as you can buy fashion for your character, you can have a house, so you can just get one, you can coop the whole game, there are daily tournaments, there's constant PvP, and you can also breed your Temtem to create the perfect team. I was a little bit hesitant on the monster designs, I think mainly because the idea of the Pokemon monsters have been so ingrained in my head over all these years, so seeing something new, I think my initial reaction was just to disregard it or like say no to it. But when I opened up to it and I experienced more of the game and more of the Temtems, and I interacted with them a little bit more, they really grew on me. I really like the designs now, and I love my little Temtems and my little Temtem team. Or teams, because you can have multiple teams. The replayability is really well done in this game. They have Nuzlocke runs, challenge runs, there are side quests, there are post-game. The side and post-game is also very difficult and challenging, such as you have to beat a collection of tamers using only one element. So for example, there is a earth shrine and you can only use earth Temtem while fighting these earth trainers. There's also dojos, which are Pokemon gyms, and once you beat them in the story mode, you can come back and reface the leader with a competitive team and a higher level. On top of all this, it's also a very, very, very long game. I'm just coming up towards the ending arc of the game, and I have about 80 hours into the game. So my only caveat is that this game only has one game file, which I would prefer to have more than one in case I would have a new friend that wanted to jump into Temtem. I would also want to start completely fresh with my friend. When I was little and playing Pokemon on the Game Boy, this is the experience I imagine having. Just like walking around in town, seeing other people with their Pokemon. I never really got to experience that. Even when Pokemon Go came out, it wasn't the same feeling because we were playing in reality in the real world. And that kind of takes away from a video games aspect or a games aspect, I think, because we still want to be in like a fantasy setting. But this is an online Pokemon game that I think everyone always envisioned about. I think it's so cool that you can see other people walking around with their Temtem partner right on their heels. It's just a very heartwarming feeling that's difficult to describe. Perhaps like your childhood imagination coming into fruition in a sense. It does kind of ruin it though when you can see endgame Temtem at starter levels. For example, if somebody chooses to equip their higher level Temtem and then just go to the starting area, it kind of ruins it for the newer players because it gets spoiled a little bit. So I would maybe have some sort of like shadow or curtain system to hide the Temtems that new players would not like to see. Like maybe have them just be like a silhouette, and if they come up and they scan the Temtem, then it gets revealed. But it's their choice to reveal this Temtem, not the other player choosing to spoil the game for them. Another gripe I have about this game is about 2/4 of the way through this game, the skill curve suddenly jumps up, and it feels a bit jagged in terms of gameplay progression, where the tamer levels went from you're fighting level 50 tamers to like 70s, and then like even 90s. Granted, it was only, usually when you're facing a level 90 Temtem and a trainer, it's usually only one Temtem versus a whole team. So you could argue that is like a way to show how one high level Temtem cannot beat a full team. But if you weren't grinding your whole team, you'd have serious problems. There's also a battle pass system, which some people have been griping about. But honestly, the items aren't even that impressive, so you can ignore this the whole game and still have a great time. Temtem has been the next level Pokemon game I had no idea I always wanted. If you ever wondered what an online version of an old school Pokemon game would be like, or you have that monster tamer / Pokemon monster itch, then look no further than Temtem. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, do me a favor giving it a like, a support, interact with me down below. Maybe give me even a sub. And if you made it this far, go drink some water because you guys stay hydrated. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.